to the Sad Dads Club podcast. Here's everybody's favorite sad dads, Jim and Foo.
The valve job did fix it. So she says.
Yes.
You would have to give it a relatively decent drive in order to feel it?
Yeah.
Or no?
It has another problem that I'm now looking into, which I think is maybe it's running lean a little bit.
Oh, okay.
When you are starting now, this was before it happened before I did the valve adjustment. So it's definitely, I thought the valve adjustment would probably clean this up too, and it didn't. And I was a little disappointed. When you start off the line, it has like a low, like rumble sound. And
okay.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is. Almost like it's not getting enough fuel.
Oh.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
Like the engine's running lean at that point or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 4 injectors coming.
Oh.
For it.
Yeah.
It still needs a water pump, which I'll do.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 144,000 miles.
It's due, or it's going out.
It needs to be done.
Okay.
Regardless.
Yeah.
And then it needs some suspension bits.
Yeah.
And then it needs, I want to do there's the oil filter adapter that sits on the side of the block, has seals in it that mate to the block.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure those are flat as fuck, and I want to try and I got to take that off and
refresh,
put new seals in it.
Yeah.
So I want to do that, and then so the injectors, and if the injectors don't do it, the fuel pump.
No.
Because that's never been touched, Yeah. But injectors, fuel pump, maybe the fuel pressure regulator could be suspect too. That's the cheaper option.
Smog is every 2 years, isn't it? If I have that correct.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. So, it's like there's a bunch of stuff that just needs to be refreshed.
There's a laundry list. You saw Piper's here. So the Escape needs the rear strut shocks of the hood, the rear hatch.
Oh, yeah.
Are blown.
Yeah.
And so
those are easy.
I already, yesterday, loading the fucking paddleboard,
oh, yeah.
And she was like, ooh.
Because it doesn't rise up all the way.
It gets enough out of eyesight, and you're like, it's
up.
open. And or you, like with the Explorer,
yeah.
you're just half expecting it to continue. And
Doink.
Dink. Fucking shit.
Yeah.
And Piper is just short enough that its full raise height
is fine for her. Right.
But anyone over 5'9",
anyone with actual human height,
right, it's no bueno.
Yeah.
And plus, because she's going back down there, I'm like refreshing. Like, how's everything look?
Right.
The tires are new. They don't need to be rotated because she doesn't have barely any
she doesn't
miles.
have tires.
Yeah, they roll around. Sure, her wiper, all the maintenance stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Most of that stuff.
Which means you're going to be busy while she's here.
Right. I wasn't expecting, her oil looks fine. She has 6,000, I think, on it. But her oil does look really good. Like, I'll because I don't know when I'll see the car again.
I'll change it.
I'm going to change it. Wipers look good. Windshield wiper fluid was fucking low. Coolant looked great. What else? Anything else that was? And I cleaned it. It student parked in a lot
outside
all the time.
Yeah.
So it looks good.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, there's a huge confluence of the same, like, almost basic maintenance stuff with the Miata has its 70K, so differential fluid. I did oil, so oil doesn't need to be done. There was something else. Transmission fluid, and the rear diff need to be done. And
I have some AMSOIL that I bought for the Cadillac that when they replaced the diff, I gave it to them and said, this is how much it takes. Please use it. and I ended up getting that bag of AMSOIL back.
So there is
it's the severe gear, whatever.
There is a whatever partnership. I was telling this to Venus just the other day, because there's like you see a Miata out, and you're like, oh, one of my people, like Jeeps.
Yeah.
She asked me something about wheels. Oh, that I still have. I have the silver rally wheels of the RS in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, she asked, do you still have the wheels? And I went, yeah, I still have the wheels. And I, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, I immediately thought to the Miata, because the Miata, that...
What size are those?
Not the right size. But in the moment...
you were like, that might work.
It might work, because the third generation Miata, of which that is, was a collaboration with Ford. And the motor is a Ford.
Mazda, okay.
It's a Ford motor.
Yeah.
And the same motor is used in Dory, the Escape.
What?
But different head. So it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder.
Oh, wow.
But in the Escape and my dad's Fusion, it's different a 2.4-liter.
Slightly different displacement.
You can drop a Fusion 4-cylinder motor in that Miata, and it... Yeah. Whoop, 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 all kinds of...
That's funny.
And as such, with that partnership, it's the only generation of Miata with 5 lug nuts.
Oh.
All other Miatas, 4 lug nuts.
Yeah, okay. Which is wild, because that's a tiny little car. You wouldn't think they would need 5.
Ford, whatever their partnership
Ford
thing.
bits and pieces.
Right. But it turns out, I'm like, oh, fuck, that would be convenient.
Yeah. The
spacing isn't right. Same.
I'm going to do a K24 swap on my wife's CRV. It already has one. But then I'm going to take the CRV one, I'm going to put that in.
You take the head off your wife's and then put the Type R bottom end, and then we fucking peg that fucker.
I'm going to put a K24 in the Mach-E.
Oh, yeah. Right. Just to run one wheel. And keep up.
Now, here's an interesting bit. The Mach-E wheels, the torque spec on the lug nuts is 150 foot-pounds.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Yeah.
And I don't even have a torque wrench that'll do that. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll take the wheels off and clean up the brakes.
Right.
And, ceramic coat them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put them back on properly.
Is it a fix-a-flat or a full-size spare?
Oh no, it's they give you a pump and a gel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shanna, I think she has a spare in her car. Probably one of the last cars that has a spare.
I think the Escape has a donut. Venus has a donut.
Oh, she does. That's surprising. I guess maybe because Subaru. I feel like you can't be an adventure car.
Is a fix-a-flat. The RS was a fix-a-flat.
Yeah, the Cadillac didn't have a spare either. Although it had the space for it. It had the round space under the trunk.
Really?
Yeah, but no, and it was just like one of those foam inserts in it.
Yeah.
So it was like shaped just like a fucking wheel and tire, but yeah, so strange.
There was in things that you're still chasing. So my dad's the Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge needed a smog this year. We have been chasing this. I mean, it's a 2004. So
yeah, it's
20. It's old enough to buy its own beer.
Yeah, for sure.
Somewhere, maybe in the last 3 to 4 years, it would pop an engine code of a low outlier, low problematic, low priority code of a fuel system evap.
Oh, okay. So probably like a solenoid or something.
9 times out of 10, the great wizard internets, it's gas cap.
Okay.
In a truck of that old age, the rubber seal on the click is, and it wouldn't happen
cheap.
It wouldn't happen instantaneously.
Yeah.
But it was like, what's going on here?
Probably if you got enough fuel in it and it dropped far enough,
Right.
then you would see it.
Right.
Yeah.
So and he doesn't like to keep it with a lot of gas because it would stay up
then
in
you
his
rarely
house.
ever see it.
Right. So, and plus he would rarely ever see it.
Right.
So he would come down here and he'd be like, "Oh, there's a check engine light on the thing," and I would.
You'd be like, "How much gas did you put in it?"
Like it's under a fucking quarter of a tank, and okay, clear it. They got to enough of the clearance things that I was like, all right. I looked it up somewhere about last year. I got underneath the truck, and you could see it has like right near the fuel tank. There's the whole big like charcoal canister recirculation system.
Yeah.
And right next to a bunch of those ins and outs, next to like a solenoid, are dry rotted plastic.
So definitely not sealing.
Right. That's it. I'm like, well, this is. I mean, if there's something not right here, the low hanging fruit is that the clamps are not even clamping the rubber hose to the solenoid.
Right.
Were they dry cracked and visibly looked like they were compromised? No, but they weren't being pinched onto the barb either. So I'm like, okay. Stainless steel.
Yeah.
Put it on there, and then clear the code and send him off his way. Some months later, all right, check engine light. I get under the thing. I'm like, well, I didn't replace all of them. I look, and another plastic thing was broken. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Now that I'm under here, I'm gonna clear the code. I'm gonna replace all the clamps, regardless if they're broken or not.
Yeah.
With the stainless steel clamps, and whoop, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
And then I think at that time, because gas caps were they're like, it was under $10.
Yeah.
I was like, tell you what, I'm just going to do the gas cap because it's so cheap, and replaced it. Months go by.
Check engine light.
Truck comes back down. Check engine light. I'm like, dude, holy shit. Somewhere January, I bought a
Code
vapor.
Reader. Oh,
like a smoker.
A smoke, yeah.
For testing vac lines and shit.
Yeah. Baby oil in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, he borrowed it somewhere in February after I had done gas cap and all of the clamps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I think we got it. Yeah. But I said, but do me a favor, like try and keep it above a quarter of a tank.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Because I think really,
I mean, if he filled it, it would probably go away after a couple of drives.
Right.
And
then,
or if he put more gas in it.
Or like make sure like when you're putting the gas cap
put three clicks on that.
Put some business into it. It's hard for me to like convey like, are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, he knows.
Is this translating as much as like when I say cart? Yeah. Are you like, oh, it's a farm truck and I'm treating it like my dad's, and you turn it and that's tight, and you're like not going in it.
Right.
Like no,
I always do 3 clicks.
This needs to be fucking sealed. Like his Fusion has like the whole the push door that keeps everything sealed.
So it's got a built-in cap.
Yeah, it's got the built-in. So he borrows it. I think he was making dump runs somewhere in February. I'm like, and if it does like the check engine, but really just try and keep the gas. A week or two later, he brings the truck back and he's like, check engine light. And I went, well, when did it happen? He's like, I don't know.
I'm just driving it.
And it has under of a quarter of a tank. I'm like,
every time.
Dad,
because it drops it low enough. That's hilarious.
So we're in June. At the beginning of June, he says, I need to borrow the truck. And I said, it's your truck. He's like, what do you need? Yeah. Like, do you need me to drive it up there?
You want to borrow your own vehicle?
Yeah, do you need me to drive it up there?
Yeah.
Like, what for? He's like, I got to get it smogged. And immediately I'm like, check engine light. That's a problem.
Put gas in it.
Right.
And then it won't.
And he goes, so is the check engine light fixed? And I went,
murmur.
Okay.
No.
I mean, it's when I clear it.
I mean, it can be temporarily.
I'm not worried about
We'll
it.
just put a bunch of gas in it.
But I'm not going to send it up to you to then, if it's cleared, and then he's going to get on the smog or something, or drive it to the smog shop, and then it's going to pop a code. And be like, I can't test this.
Theoretically, as long as he had 3/4 of a tank, say, and then took it straight to the smog shop, and the light had been cleared, then it probably would have been fine.
Maybe, but I wasn't going to put that on my dad. And also, currently, that's like $175 fucking tank of gas.
Oh, true.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Mocky guy. Yeah, I want to hear about you. Anyway,
what's gas?
Yeah, what's gas?
Chandler was excited because he filled for less than $100.
Yeah. So I had the vapor thing. I'm like, well, okay. So now I've really got a problem here. I have to solve this so that he can pass smog. I'm not going to put my dad in a weird. And I thought about, well, just leave it down here. I'll go smog it. If something happens to compromise, someone has to answer for why there's a check engine light in the middle of a test, let me do it. But he was like, oh, just drive it up and I'll do the thing. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So Saturday or Sunday, I put the vapor...
The smoke machine?
Detector on it.
Yeah.
In the tank, nothing leaked out. I... put it at the vapor canister solenoid that's in the engine bay, and nothing leaked out. And I went, okay. Well, so now I'm concerned of two things. It could be one of the two solenoids. There's one right at the charcoal canister near the tank, and there was one that I used in the front.
Yeah. And
the gas cap, the Alibaba $7.95 gas cap. So I ordered a Mopar OEM gas cap.
Yes.
And
$16.
God, no. Unfortunately, it was like $30.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. On eBay?
This was Amazon.
Okay.
And then I ordered a replacement vapor solenoid for the front. The vapor solenoid, what did I do Saturday? That came Sunday. I replaced that and then told him I'm doing these things, and then I'm off by a couple days, but I replaced the vapor solenoid and ran the vapor test and then said, I'm going to drive it around because he stopped by on Saturday. I'm going to drive it around. If it doesn't pop code, I'm going to drive it up to you on Monday with some gas.
Yeah.
And you go smog it, and then we'll go from there. But I did order the gas cap. Wasn't going to be here until midweek this week. I think it came yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I'm going to do the vapor test to see if it's a hose or a clamp. Didn't find any. And then I'm going to do the solenoid as a bare minimum and then put some gas in it. And if it doesn't pop in me driving it around Saturday, Sunday evenings, I'm driving it up to you.
Well,
and that did it.
It could be that this whatever solenoid it wasn't opening or closing or whatever.
Right.
And then, you can't tell that.
Right. I can't.
Like the vapor test, your smoke test may or may not catch that anyway.
Right.
You'd have to be commanding it.
And I took out the solenoid and just plugged one hose and put it in the other.
Yeah.
And just watched and then plugged that one and then popped the detector or the smoker into the other one, and I saw nothing. So
and sometimes those don't create a ton of pressure,
right?
So that's a thing too. Like if they're not generating as much pressure or vacuum,
right,
as is expected with normal fuel usage, then maybe you might not see it either.
Right, it's entirely possible. So, but I replaced the solenoid, and then
no light,
put miles into it. And then
with low fuel?
No, I filled it. I put it back up over half a tank.
Well, that might have fixed it.
That could have, but I was like, I need to just ensure that I don't embarrass my father at a mechanic shop who's gonna doddering old man with a check engine light.
When you're like you and I, where we're working out of our garage and we don't have all of the tools, sometimes you have to throw the parts cannon at the problem.
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of options. Like you're like, well, I'll do this.
Right.
And if that doesn't work, then at least I've replaced that thing. But now I'm looking at, I'm at least eliminating some stuff.
And if you look at any number of forums, there's a pretty certainly when you get up into age of some of these vehicles of that era where there's slightly less computers and it's still a little bit more mechanical. Gas cap, hoses,
right,
solenoid, or the charcoal canister. Is something.
Yeah.
So I was working down the list, like, all right, well, I can't replace, but I'll replace one solenoid at a time, and if it still continues to pop, then I'll buy and replace the second one.
Right.
And if it continues to pop, then I will have to look at the charcoal canister.
Yep.
But I was, if this was 2 years ago, I'd have bought
all of them.
Right, I'd have bought all of it.
Bought the canister.
Right.
And
but I'm like, now I have to mind my P's and Q's with budgeting and So I'm replacing one at a time and then putting time into it to see if that was a thing.
Right.
And that he smugged it Monday. Passed with flying colors. I'm like, oh, well.
And then the check engine light came on.
Well, who knows? I'm going to go probably pick it up and then.
I mean, even if it does, he's not going to tell you till he comes back.
Right. Well, I got 2 years to.
He's going to drive up on Friday and be like, the check engine light came on right after it smugged.
Yeah. I drove it home and it popped. I'm fire. Shit. Yeah. All right. Put a 1/16 of a tank in it and it's. Weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway,
I mean, I get it.
It's and then he smugged his own car.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of old mileage car things are happening.
Yeah.
In like within even my house and then 1 degree where it's like, ooh, yeah, something.
Yeah.
Dory's at pretty much 70K. The Miata's a little over 70K. The Colorado is near 80, 90.
Yeah.
And while Venus's dad did the maintenance for it, the 90,000 maintenance on it, it still has 90. So you're still like, ooh.
You know, a lot of vehicles though. I mean, the right brand car, 90K is like. They're just getting broken in. If you're a Honda or Toyota.
The fucking CRV.
Yeah.
Like as you refresh some of the things that make sense or like wear items, suspension, bushings, injectors, filters, hoses, fluids.
Yeah.
Some of those things, and oil, that motor, if you take care of it, that motor will see 200, 300.
Yep.
But that type of diligence to maintenance for a vehicle, I don't think happens in generations under us.
Yeah.
It is once you get to that type of mileage, they're in a new car.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That us having something that's older than a 2016 is oddball.
I know. It's very strange.
When
and Shanna loves her car. Ask her. I mean, she'll be like, I love this car.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do whatever I can to make sure it stays on the road and. It
runs.
Yeah.
There would be a different thing. Like I meant to ask you, in your house, in the last 2 weeks, how is your peace of mind now that you don't have the plausibility of something? Or the nagging splinter of, please don't break on me.
Yes.
Please don't break on me.
Yes.
While you may have whatever
concerns about the CRV because of its age,
but your car has been removed from the table.
Yeah.
How is your peace of mind?
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, even if the CRV goes down for whatever amount of time, my car is available.
Sure.
So it's like I'm not worried. And it's not like my car is available and it's the Cadillac,
right?
Which is a whole nother
right, and that would be
level of
like a
that would be
heavy
overbearing.
weight and burden all on its own
for sure. So feel way better about like our position as far as like vehicles, and like I said, the CRV, like I'll recondition a whole bunch of stuff on that thing and we'll get it.
Yeah.
We'll get it. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't think that headspace exists.
Oh no, because
in too many places under us outside of pocket outliers.
Most people they don't understand what's under the hood. They don't want to learn. They're afraid. And I'm very nervous about working on cars in general. Like I watch 1,000 videos before I ever touch any tools. But I'm way more confident than I used to be. I mean, I did a valve job on the CRV, which is removing the valve cover and replacing all the valve seals and literally cracking the nut loose on all the valves with a gauge and checking it and then tightening it back up and rotating the engine so that each cylinder is at top dead center.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a whole process and it took me a few hours. I'd never done it before, but I watched a shitload of videos and I'm like, I can do that, So, and it worked. It's running great.
Some of those things aren't as complicated as we might think.
No.
But sometimes your own like perception
trepidation
steps in front of you. Like,
oh
I don't know. I don't know.
I was super gung-ho. It was like a month ago and I had ordered all the stuff I needed. I needed valve cover seals, gaskets and the seals, and I needed like Honda Bond, and there was a bunch of stuff that I needed. So I ordered all this stuff, and some of the things that I ordered took longer to get to the house. And so the weekend that I was expecting to be able to do it, the couple of things that I needed for the job didn't show up until later.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not doing it this weekend. And then I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks because we were out of town and a bunch of stuff was going on. I didn't end up getting to it for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then I had 3 or 4 weeks to really think about it. And I was like, fuck. And then I was like, no, I'm fine. I can do it.
Yeah.
I had to like calm myself down a little bit because this isn't like, I'm not a mechanic. I don't do this every day, So, and I'm when I'm doing something like that, methodical, and I'm not trying to go fast. I'm like trying to make sure I do it right and like the whole thing. So as long as you're careful and follow the procedure, it's fine.
Yeah.
But most people don't want to do that. They can't be bothered or don't care to know, or it's too complicated.
As we have mentioned multiple times.
Yeah.
You get to a certain year of most cars and it gets almost probably exponentially more complicated and complex to perform some of these things that may not. It's a bridge too far.
For sure.
No, you don't do that.
Are you going to do that on your hybrid?
Yeah, right.
Or
you take that to the dealer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like man, I am apprehensive about. No, I don't want some of that complicated bullshit. That's not doable.
I just got an alarm. That was weird. I got a near undervolt.
Oh. Is it because we're talking too loud and it?
No, that would be an alarm, basically saying that it's not getting enough power.
Right. So, are we spiking the juice? What if I unplug this?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'll take my wattage off the table. Yeah.
That's
weird. Do it.
It just flashed up on the
M3
on the alarm briefly. Anyway, so it's. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
we were I was having a conversation with my sister-in-law's father about I think I loosely touched on this last week about the EV stuff.
Uh-huh.
I am, I don't know if I had ever really considered how much apprehension there is in the conversation of moving from an internal combustion engine to an EV.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd realized until we had our conversation about the Disneyland, like how far would I have to go to get where I would be? What's the difference in charging times? Is it really? I don't think I'd really thought about how much the conversation is almost intended to make you scared or apprehensive about what a modern EV can do. We're not talking about the early stages of a fucking Tesla car or the early prototypes of anything that was happening 5 to 6 years ago.
Yeah.
We're talking about modern stuff that almost every manufacturer has one, whether it's a collaboration or an in-house boutique thing. It is not a big oil thing. This is almost a manufacturer, which we've talked about in another perspective, almost a big automotive manufacturer's oppression of, it's not really that big of a deal. Like most of these cars are going to do everything that you will do in your daily life, day to day.
Yeah.
And charge just fucking fine.
Oh yeah.
You'll be fucking fine.
Right. We've talked about this, but the first thing we did with the Mach-E, like I drove it home from the dealer and I plugged it in the garage, and then I worked the next day, and then I got off early at 2:00, and Shanna came home, and then we loaded the car and drove to Monterey. So I didn't even drive it around town. Yeah. You know what I mean? I drove it from the dealer to the house.
And then the house to a long distance drive.
Yeah, and then 200 mile trip to Monterey. So, my wife was a little bit nervous, and she's like, "Well, I mean, this is how it is."
Yeah.
We actually talked about it, and she was saying, like it is, like, I understand it's different. It's not the same as just having like my Cadillac could go 450 miles on a tank, I drove it from Huntington Beach all the way to the house and still had 30 miles of range left on one tank. So it's different from that regard, right? Because all kinds of factors eat into your range, like how fast you're going, and whether or not it's windy or hot, or if you're using the air, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff makes a difference. The cars are smart enough. The navigation stuff knows, oh, you need to stop here, and you need to be charging to this % to get to your next stop. I mean, it maps all that shit out for you. The question isn't whether or not the car is capable. It's whether or not you have the patience to be able to use a car that requires you to make those kinds of stops. If you just want to balls to the walls, which I mean, I admit I've been there. You and I mentioned this, I think, last week. If you want to just make good time and go balls to the walls and how fast can I fucking get there, then maybe an EV is not for you. If that's how you are normally operating. But if you're like me and you have to stop and pee all the time,
right,
then you're going to be stopping where there's a charger and a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Right. And I think
it's fine.
If you
and
it's so weird that it almost seems like
oppressive.
Oppressive conversation intended to scare. Listen, we're old, so we've got our own
We're set in our ways.
Right. And our prostates or whatever make us, at our age, the peeing is a thing.
Yeah.
Our wives, leg stretching or peeing is a thing.
Or having the dog with you.
Or I'm not making a fucking cannonball run anymore because I'm worried about insurance or getting in an accident.
Or a ticket.
Or a ticket. Or vitality to make sure I'm here for my kids or grandkids. Like, I am no longer in a headspace where I need to go as far and as fast as possible to get from A to B.
Yeah.
I've been there, but I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
But if I was a young person or someone in our generation that probably has the most mixed signals, I think our generation is probably the ones that are facing the most amount of hurdles or misinformation about it's not that hard. It is almost like the Android and Apple thing.
It is. Yes.
Listen, do you need a handset that can make phone calls, get messages,
right,
and do app things?
They can both do it.
They can fucking both do it.
Yeah.
The conversation from an Android camp or from an Apple camp that's like, those guys over there, they can't do what I do.
Yeah.
And those guys over there, they can't do what I do. Walled garden or totally compromised OS. Always have to reboot. Or it only works if you're all in and sucking on the teeth of Tim Jobs. You know, right?
Right.
But if you were someone like me who has very in-depth put both feet into both sides of the pools, they make phone calls.
Right.
Is it
text message?
Does it hurt my life? Is it make me or does it make it an inconvenience for me to do dad stuff, husband stuff, work stuff, enjoy my own personal time? No over there and no over there.
Yeah.
So what's most convenient? Well, currently right now it's that the EVs, I think, really, if you get around the conversation of someone who's trying to sell you an internal combustion engine, oh, well, you know what? You know what it costs environmentally to make those batteries? It's all a wash. It's all the same. Listen, no, it's not. We're talking cents, but it is cheaper to operate day to day an EV than it is an internal combustion engine. It's within a quarter. The studies show it's within a quarter.
Yeah. But
it is cheaper in the long run to run an EV.
One of the things for me is the fact that I mentioned this to Shanna on a couple of occasions when we're riding around town in the Mach-E, and we'll be sitting at a light and I'll be like, I'm not putting out anything out the tailpipe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting any dirty, sooty things out.
Yeah.
I don't have oil dripping down on the cement or whatever street I'm on or whatever.
Hashtag sorry BMW.
So there's I mean, it's not like they're infallible.
Sure.
And it's not like they're not filled with a couple tanks of coolant that do different things.
Right.
But also you don't have a diff and you don't have an engine and all that kind of stuff. So you're not worried about in a transmission.
Yeah.
So you're not worried about all these extra fluids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And what a lot of people don't understand is if you're road tripping, which a lot of people, I have joined up on a couple of Mach-E groups like in Facebook and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it interesting because like people are always talking about DC fast charging, you know, and there are people that are in there that have a Mach-E that are like, I've never DC fast charged. And I'm like, that means you've never left the 40 miles around your house.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably never road tripped your car. You don't even know what it's like. If you haven't DC fast charged your car, it's because you didn't have to stop and fill up to get to the next place. That's why you've never DC, because you have been around your house. That car has stayed in the orbit of your home its entire life. That is the only reason why you have not DC fast charged. So when people talk about, well, you don't have to DC fast, well, you do if you want to go somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
But the other thing to consider too, that people like are always worried about the range and charging, and like it's no different than gas in the sense that. But it's no different. It's just a different way of looking at fuel. And when you're on a road trip and you're fueling your EV with electrons, you don't have to charge to 100%. You don't sit there and wait until it's at 80%. You only have to charge enough to get to the next stop. So that reduces your charge time.
Right.
I haven't had that situation happen to me because the charge seems to happen quick enough that whatever stop I'm having, where I'm having lunch or where I'm doing this or doing that, I end up with more charge than I expected. And the Mach-E is not a fast charging car when you compare it to like the Ioniq, that can do these shoot, I forgot what they call them. They have DC fast chargers it'll do like 250 kilowatts per hour or whatever. And they're super fast. They're super fast DC charging. You have to have a super fast DC charger to do that. So a Tesla supercharger won't do it. You have to go somewhere else. So there's trade-offs there. But I don't see it as a problem at all. I think it's just a different way to manage a tank of fuel.
I wonder if some of it is messaging, but also the economic feasibility. I think our kids' generation and under, the tech is not a problem. I think our generation and up, it is. And so we are more susceptible to the bad seed talking points of how it's problematic. And, you know, I don't, you know, these are the people that, I don't know how my fucking phone works. And now you're telling me I have to use an app to know how far to charge the thing. We're not going to have problems in taking a handle from a kiosk and putting it in the car.
Yeah.
The knowledge gap for our generation and up is, I don't know how to use my fucking phone.
Right.
And so it becomes very easy and susceptible for that person to be like, I'll have to sit there for fucking an hour and a half to fucking get the charge and got this bullshit.
Right.
And I heard that they mine cobalt from mines with slavery and fucking, I don't want to to run the tractors on diesel to mine the fucking minerals to make the batteries. It's all the same. It's all the same. You know what they do? It's going to cost you $10,000 to replace your battery pack in 5 years. And you're like,
right.
That's why I have warranty for 8.
Well, they
they
claim that these batteries will last the car 300,000 miles.
Right. So and I've seen stuff for the Mach-E specifically, 300,000 miles with over 89% efficiency still remaining.
Yeah.
I am no longer convinced that the largest talking points and drawbacks to just get one of these. If you can afford one of these, and the whole concept that you're being fear-mongered into, that this is somehow worse than the other option, if you actually want to try it, it's bullshit.
Well,
you're being fed bullshit.
And let's be real. I spent a lot of time researching EVs in general.
Yeah.
It's not like I just was like one day, well, I'm getting an EV.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, hell no. I knew I was going to have to replace the Cadillac with something that was reliable. And now I'm like, oh, well, this is the opportunity to get into an EV. Especially when gas is $6 a gallon or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it was ripe for that. And I did a lot of research. I test drove several cars.
Mhm.
Most were not for me. The Mach-E was the best fit. And I'm not saying it's the only EV for everybody.
No.
There's a lot
I
of
think
good stuff out there.
There's a lot. There's a still, I think you would agree, unless you're buying pre-owned.
Yeah.
There is still a huge problem with price points.
The Mach-E, I don't know if we touched on this or not. I think I paid 35-ish for it.
Mm-hmm.
Was 66 grand on the sticker.
Yeah, see?
66.
That's still...
I just read a post from a dude for I think it was a 26 Mach-E GT, like mine, but a 26, and it was $81,000. What?
Goddamn.
That's
that's
crazy.
a problem with cars. And
Yeah.
I would translate that to car prices in general.
And that's why I bought used.
I'm like,
let someone else
yeah.
take that fucking hit, man.
Fucking hell.
I don't. That's not. I feel like I got a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Considering the mileage and stuff. So I'm not tripping whatsoever. I fucking love driving that car.
Yeah.
It's literally become one of those like, oh, can I drive? Where are we going? You know what I mean? I don't care.
Yeah.
Last night, Shannon and I were like, where do you want to go to dinner? There's a place in, Carmichael.
Okay.
Called Skip's Restaurant or Skip's something. Fucking awesome onion rings and sandwiches and burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
Little tiny place. And we've been there a few times. And I'm like, let's go to Skip's. And Shannon's like, okay. So we took the Mach-E to Skip's, and it was all the way into Carmichael and back. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I can drive my car all the way to Carmichael? Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I love it.
And it won't even drip something.
Yeah. It's just going to be water from the AC.
Yeah.
And we'll be in like a restaurant or something, and I don't even feel bad about like, turn the climate on. It's summer, right? It's getting warm. We've had a couple of 100-degree days already now. Turn the climate on like 20 minutes before we get out to the car. It's not just sitting there running the engine and using gas. You know, I don't care. Cool that cabin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we get in, and it's fucking cold in there. I love it.
That's crazy.
I love it. The wife bought me for so it has
because it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Welcome to Sad Dad's Co podcast, episode 386, whatever.
Yeah, Monday was the
Lord Fu, it's his birthday.
I'm double nickels now, all right?
He's Jim.
Yeah. I can move to Sun City now.
Right, you could early retire at 55.
Yeah. But it has a wireless charger.
Okay.
And it everyone talks shit about it, and I have had a couple of times where it's like, it's on the charger. Why isn't it fucking charging? There's a company called T-Wraps that makes so this is just a rubber mat that you put your phone on and it just stays there. But T-Wraps makes a thing that inserts in the same space that has the magnet holder. What's it called? Magnum. What does Apple call it with the magnet?
MagSafe.
MagSafe. It has MagSafe, 2 of them. So prior it only had 1. Now it has 2 MagSafe. I just dropped my phone. It's never leaving the thing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's held on with a magnet.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. So it's like, and I'm like, oh, maybe I need some mud flaps. You know? I don't know. So I love the car. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked with it. It is a little bit. Does feel a little bit different when you're driving around. It's just quiet. But also, like we said, it'll spank anybody.
Right.
So I do have a story about that.
Oh, okay.
Shan had found out that, this is another time we had to drive out to Carmichael. The Dutch Bros on Madison.
Oh, okay. Well,
way out there.
Yeah.
Was having like a $3 special at for mediums, a $3 special at 11. It was like a parking lot party or some shit that's what they were calling it.
Okay.
And she's like, let's go. And it was like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, sure. Cool. I get to drive the Mustang.
Yeah.
So we drove the Mustang out there, and then of course Chandler and Nicole wants drinks too, so we ordered them a couple drinks. And so we've got my drink, and then Shan got her drink, and we got 2 other drinks. And now we're driving to Chandler's house from there. So Shan's got the holder, and we're coming down Wood Creek Oaks.
Okay.
And we are at Junction and Wood Creek Oaks on our way to Chandler's house. Pull up alongside some kids in their mom and dad's big Mercedes SUV thing, and he's wanting he's wanting to gas it big time, and I'm like, pfft. So I don't even say anything to my wife, who's holding these drinks rebels and shit.
Yeah.
And I just fucking gas it, and that tray of drinks hit her and spilled all over.
Oh, no.
And I've got yelling going on while I'm teaching this kid a lesson.
Yeah.
So then I got a back F, and she's all unhappy, and it's draining down to the floor.
Oh,
and it's
no.
all in her crotch.
Oh, no.
So I got in trouble.
Yeah.
Jimmy, God damn it!
That car will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Without even trying. So,
Was it like a G-Wagon or a sedan?
It was one of the bigger, I don't even know what model it is, bigger Mercedes.
Okay. Not the
SUV thing.
looking. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was an SUV thing.
Those things are ugly as shit.
Yeah, not a very good looking car.
No.
But had I stayed on the throttle, that guy would have been smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not even about the performance, because you can buy gas cars that suck ass. Literally just suck ass performance wise. How about a Nissan Sentra? You know what I mean? I mean, the thing about the EVs is that people have a hard time with that whole charging thing. And if they just take a minute to think about it, or talk to somebody that has an EV and how it works, man, that stuff will just melt away.
Yeah. I really think it would. Most people are just so...
Yeah.
But like everything else in this country of late, it's real easy to become polarized.
For sure.
In a perspective.
Well,
you're like...
Well, there's some sort of masculinity thing tied to big, burly sounding things, right?
Yeah.
And that's a weird thing to me.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to me. First of all, maybe because I live on a street that people are racing on all the time, and we hear it in the house all the time. It's not appealing to me. I don't like the noise. It's just not, it doesn't appeal at all. Especially when whatever that car was could get spanked by any one number of EVs that are around.
That changes a whole bunch of perspectives. You're
without even trying.
You probably have a built motor, or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch mine.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put my foot on the gas, and you're going to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole thing, man. It's weird, but I totally understand, and it wasn't it wasn't a decision taken lightly, for sure. I did research before I bought into an EV thing. I don't know. For me, it's right. I don't like. Ever since I was little, I always in my mind was but the oil's gonna go away. We're just taking it out of the ground. Eventually, it's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, we pump it out of the ground. It's not like the earth is just making new oil. We're just using it and then burning it and putting that burnt up shit in the atmosphere. This is something that, for me personally, I've thought about for as long as I can remember. I mean, I'm not saying I don't own gas cars. I'm just saying, there's probably a better way.
If you're not looking at it from this is a finite resource.
Yeah.
I mean, you can to be selfish, but if you're looking at something down the road, listen, at some point, this will be gone. Why not take steps to not get caught by the balls?
I mean,
for your children or your children's children at some point down the road. Like, let's take this for example. Southern California in the early 1900s ish, they put hundreds and hundreds of oil rigs down in Southern California pumping oil out. They're all gone now because guess why? They pumped it fucking dry. There's no more oil in Southern California, or hardly any, unless you found the sweet spot, and there still happens to be some there. And that's not just Southern California. I mean, Shan's parents had an oil well on their property in Kansas. It pumped oil. It just stopped. It didn't have any more oil. So it happens all over the place. Texas, the same shit. They had oil rigs that they've drilled and they've gone dry because they pumped it dry. Yeah.
There's no more oil in there.
Yeah.
So eventually those giant reserves will empty.
Yeah. It becomes hard to try and teach or show someone.
Yeah.
Like, can you conceive 2 steps down the road about what this means for you? Or
for your children.
Right. When everything is, I'm doing a thing right now, and I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
Swipe, tap, 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 instant information, instant connectivity, instant. Okay. But I need you to think about what happens 2 days from now when potentially that's gone. Or those 2 countries are at war, or our country is at war, and that resource is no longer available. How does that hurt you
right
now?
Right. And it's happened.
Right now.
It's happening right now.
Right. And you're like, oh, this fucking soft hands, smooth brain, whatever's in California trying to take away my internal... Yeah. How's your wallet?
Someone's got to be thinking ahead of time.
Right. I realize that, God damn it, that pisses me off to no end.
Yes.
Like this.
Yeah.
You can be a full-fledged person in whatever gender and still drive a car that runs on batteries. And if you like the sound of an internal combustion engine and a big motor, you can do that. I certainly enjoy that.
Yeah.
But if you're not understanding that time, that clock is ticking down.
Yeah.
It is not ticking up. It is not an infinite clock. Get what you can and enjoy those things while it's available to you. But don't shit on what's coming because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. You're running on a limited resource.
I think it's interesting that we have an administration that is attacking renewables, wind and solar energy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I have a better understanding of electric vehicles and that kind of stuff just by having one. I kind of get it more now, right? And I'm like looking around. I mean, we live in suburbia. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking around at these spaces where we have the Galleria that is just a giant parking lot all the way around. Numerous Targets, couple of Walmarts, you name it, or Sam's Club, Costco, all these huge box stores that have these giant fucking parking lots that just generate heat from the sun all day long, just soaking it up and radiating heat all day. Why the fuck aren't those covered in solar panels? Why? I don't understand this. I understand the roof. Sure. Yeah, let's put them on the roof too. But why the fuck isn't every giant parking lot covered with shade producing, electric producing solar panels? And why doesn't every single charging station, like a Tesla Supercharger or EVgo or Electrify America, where they have all these parking spots and chargers, why aren't those all covered with solar panels? Like, it boggles my mind.
Yeah.
That should be part of the requirement. Like, oh, you want to put chargers in? Okay, well, that's going to require this much solar producing panels along with the infrastructure for your chargers and your charging equipment and all the handles and blah, blah, blah. Why is that not a thing? Like, our energy problem would disappear if we had a partnership between the landowners where they own these fucking parking lots and the utility companies where they could generate solar power.
See, the problem you're running into, Jim.
I mean, it's just I don't understand.
That means corporations would be spending money for the betterment of everything else and the energy infrastructure, and that's money that doesn't go in their pockets so they can enjoy all the things that they want.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a partnership between the business and the utility company, right? Where the business gets some kind of kickback from the power that gets produced that gets put into the grid.
Well, yeah, but now you're at the same thing. Why is the utility company going to knowingly buy into something that makes sense for normal people? Because in the end, that means if those parking structures are contributing back into the grid, well, then PG&E or SMUD or Roseville Electric can't say a supply and demand issue exists because we only have so many hydroelectric plants or we only have so many coal.
We wouldn't need the hydro.
Right. So they can't jack up rates because if everyone is generating all of this extra electricity in all of the common sense feasible spaces to generate electricity, well, then all of a sudden you have I have more supply than demand. And that would mean I would have to lower the rate of all these people. So they're not going to...
I do understand the concept that too much power causes prices to come down.
Yeah.
And the amount they can charge a customer is less. That means more or less money in their pockets to maintain the grid.
Right.
Right?
Right. You would have to get... And here, this is the big shift that you and I, probably it's common sense to expect. If PG&E said, we are going to be in the business of solar, then your hypothesis of why doesn't the mall work with utility to do, because then it makes sense. Because now PG&E is, I am going to have to spend money to create or become efficient at generating solar instead of wherever else PG&E generates its electricity from. And PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, would have to pivot to Pacific Solar, Gas, and Electric, potentially removing one of the other two. But that kind of headspace I think makes sense to you and me, but to Pacific Gas and Electric, it absolutely makes no sense because they make money and put money in the big board's hands and the CEOs and the C-suite.
There's the problem.
Right.
Yeah,
there's the problem.
You hit the problem.
Right. So my dad says this all the time. He's like, all the people that you talk with, all of your friends that you guys talk with, you're the ones that need to be running the state. You're the ones that need to be coming up with like all these smart ideas, because the yous, the me's, the my dads, the people that are the friends that we have that are objective in how do we solve these problems? We are not handcuffed and beholden to a corporate agenda.
Yeah.
And that is the problem. We have an expectation of compassion and understanding and working towards a greater good. And a corporation is about money.
Right.
And
Right.
Now we are at the back where you and I are ranting about this. Just makes sense. Why would you not put the Sierra College does it? Most buildings, most new homes in California are built, but we're soft hands and fucking woke whatever. But
yeah, I think it's a state thing where all new homes have to have solar on.
Right. Yeah. So why don't we like Japan or like the vacuums that sit along the free? Like we've talked about this. The medians should have solar panels. The medians should have those vacuum things that suck up CO2 monoxide from cars like they do in Japan. If it's a state...
you've seen the aqueduct, right? Yeah. Where they're putting solar over the...
Right.
Yeah.
To prevent evaporation, put them there. Like, this is free real estate.
Yeah.
Circle on-ramps, off-ramps, in between. Like, why would you...
it's a dead man zone.
Stop irrigating that shit and put a solar panel there. Like... Electricity is the resource that we are going to be struggling with, and these fucking get away, gray-haired, balding, as it was as me, asshats currently in power or running these corporations that refuse to see the writing on the wall.
Or see it and just don't give a shit.
Right. And are just more than happy to take money in higher electricity rates. You can be simultaneously an enthusiast for a big motor car and not want your electricity rates to get jacked up every year.
Right.
Because you don't need to be afraid of solar panels somewhere.
Well, here's my question is one of the things PG&E has had troubles with is their transmission towers, right?
Right, yeah.
Don't you think if you had enough solar in the right places, then you would no longer need long-distance transmission lines, right? If you had like local wind energy and solar, you wouldn't need to be pulling it halfway across the state and burning down the fucking place every 3 years.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of shit, like we're willing to spend the kind of money it takes to boost the power and send it fucking 150 miles away, and then degrade the power and then feed it to the homes,
right?
And potentially have shutdowns because the wind gnat farted, right? We're gonna have that kind of shit. We're gonna spend the money for that, but not for solar at either end, which would get around that problem.
The tidal generation, wind generation.
Yeah.
There are so many.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
What's the man?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're totally at time.
Oh, geez. I feel like it was too short.
It was too short. Do you have a quickie? Let's do this. Have you hit a new show that you were excited about seeing?
We just watched, I don't know if you watched the first one. There was a show that came out a couple years ago called Jury Duty.
No, I did not.
And Jury Duty was Jury Duty was a show where everybody on the show was an actor, but the one guy came in and he sat on the jury with everybody. The judge was an actor. All the people that were in the courtroom were actors. All the people that were sitting outside in the seats were actors. All the other people in the jury were all actors. Everybody that came into the show, besides the one guy that sat on the jury, were all actors. And they had a script they ran, and he had no fucking idea. And they all got sequestered and all this shit. And so crazy stuff happened.
So like a Truman Show, but reality show.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had a second season, and it was Company Retreat. So it's Jury Duty, but the Company Retreat version, like season 2, where everybody's an actor except the guy they hired. Everybody's an actor except the guy they hired to be a temporary assistant during the time at which the company is going to their retreat. So he's helping somebody for the retreat.
Okay.
and he gets hired like a couple days beforehand. The business that hires him is made up. Like everything is all made up. The whole thing except that one guy. And that shit is crazy.
They fucking gag him all the time. Like
they're just constantly coming up with fucking weird shit. Like the you know how like your workplace, like people are just fucking weird. Yeah, but like kind of jack it up a little bit, right? Because you've got all these different people doing weird shit, and the company's small. It's like supposed to be like 12 people, and then they all go to this retreat, and all this crazy shit happens at the retreat. You should watch it.
Is it Netflix? Or
great question.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
I don't remember what service it was. Shannon was turning it on, so I wasn't like actively going to it. I'll find out and let you know.
Okay.
But you can just do a search on Apple TV.
Okay.
Find it. Yeah. But really funny.
Jury Duty.
The first one was Jury Duty. The second one was Jury Duty Company Retreat.
Company Retreat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very. We watched all the like behind the scenes stuff even on the second show. Fucking amazing that they could get away with the stuff they got away with.
Really?
Yeah, they're pros. They're pros, man.
You guys did it.
Yeah, there was things that like they would reference in the normal interaction of the employees, like having a conversation, and then the prop people would have to come up with a thing and bring it in. And be like, oh yeah, see, they like talk about something, and then the prop people like that night would like put that thing together, and then it would show up. There's like just shit like that that's going on, and the guy has. At first, he's like, he's like, this is crazy, kind of a thing. Like you can't write this stuff, and like kind of suspicious to a certain degree, but like also like he knows he's been hired to do this job, and then later on he's like, oh no, this thing that happened solidified at me that you were all real people, and so he just totally got blindsided.
So does it wait till the end of the season or series to
tell him?
Tell him?
Yes.
Okay. So then there's like a rose ceremony or whatever at the end where he goes.
I mean, they
like, surprise.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, very well done. So
I didn't really want to fuck you. Sorry.
So much funny.
Are you sure?
I don't want to ruin it for you if you're going to watch it. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the first Jury Duty is very good as well. There's that one's because it's like the first one, right? That one's bonkers as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes.
All right. So you did.
So we just watched the second one. Yeah.
I will nerd and go real fast. It's on Disney Plus, Maul Shadow Lord.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
I still maintain that probably the three best characters written for Star Wars are Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Darth Maul.
Oh, okay.
That cartoon series is just as good, in my opinion, as
the actual film.
Bad Batch, Rebels, Clone Wars.
Okay.
As far as a cartoon, the writing is on par with all of those other series. It is amazeballs.
All right.
It is worth it.
I'll check it out.
And they will get a season 2.
And did you see the Mandalorian movie?
I did.
Okay, good.
I
didn't get a chance to see it.
I was trying to avoid it because I didn't necessarily know if I was going to be able to see it with Piper, but I started getting their media push was real heavy, and I'm like,
must go.
So Xander, Venus, and I went and saw it.
It was like popcorn's calling.
Yes, it was, and I felt weird not getting a popcorn doodad.
Yeah,
I'm like, I have other shit that I got in Disney just for the popcorn, so why would I not?
Right.
It was way too expensive. But it's a collector's item, so I'm happy that I have it. It was a good popcorn movie.
Yeah.
It was a great popcorn movie.
Yeah.
Is it like Andor? No. But this is Mandalorian and Grogu.
Right.
It's you fucking bounty hunters and a fucking puppet.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
a fucking puppet.
It put a smile on my face. There's a weepy eye and there's giggles.
Of course.
It was a great summer popcorn movie.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I will see it again for sure.
Yeah.
As I have all Star Wars shit. I do.
Nice.
There you go. So Maul, Darth the Maul Shadow Lord.
Okay.
Good stuff.
I'll look it up.
And on that note, you should wash your ass.
Wash your hands.
Return the cart.
Check your oil, Tony.
Stay up to date on your shots.
Make the call if you need to.
Register to vote and vote please.
Do the kindness.
Pick up a broom. Wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet.
And we'll catch you next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I know. We're pros.
The odometer is ticking up.
Holy shit. Birthdays, show repeats. I almost fucking sent you a text. Was like, hey, can't do this week.
Oh.
The 2 in a row is just too much.
Right.
It's too much. I can't do the commitment.